1, 2, 3.
As a student, I always find myself dozing off during what seems to be a lecture that will last an eternity. Some say to get more sleep, but with all that AP homework, I don't think that's happening. 8 hours or more of school can be very draining, and us students, we deserve a break. At times, with all the extracurricular activities piled on top of the already existing homework, it can get very overwhelming, and it seems almost impossible to have what many call, quote-unquote, life. Is there a solution to this pressing problem? I'm here to tell you that there is. All the administration has to do is add a study period to each and every student's schedule. A study hall is optimal for students to increase their grades, to get an adequate amount of sleep, and get help on homework that they are struggling with. The reason that we need a study hall is because first, there are many problems without study hall, and second, because with study hall, we can combat these problems. So firstly, let's look at the problems that we are facing. The first problem is a lack of sleep. According to Olivia Day in her article, Explanation to Understand Students Who Habitually Fall Asleep, on April 30th of 2013, it has been estimated that about 80% of students are sleep deprived. This means that hundreds upon thousands of students suffer from sleep deprivation and they are not receiving an adequate amount of sleep. Some may say that this is the student's own fault, but in an article titled Getting Enough Sleep is Not an Easy Task for Today's Student by Alina Sminsky in 2010, students are doing more than ever with their time today. They do not have enough time. They come to school early, spend hours listening to teachers and taking tests, and run off to practices and meetings, and come home to be faced with even more work. And the homework load these days is not light. Teachers assign hours worth of homework every single night. Many of us take on so many extracurricular activities that waste so much of our time. It's not necessarily wasting, but it takes up a whole bunch of our time. When we cannot find enough time in the day, we stay up on through the night and struggle to finish our homework and prepare for those last-minute tests. This lack of sleep can lead to a lack of focus. Personally, I take on several AP and honors classes that take up a lot of my time. On top of that, I am involved in various extracurricular activities like Business Professionals of America, Technology Student Association, Speech and Debate, various UIL events, National Spanish Honor Society, Senior Leaders, and many more. As one of these students, I understand the necessity of having a study hall period and some extra time. So where can we get this extra time? This leads me to my second topic of discussion. And this is where the study hall time comes in. An addition of a study hall period to each student's schedule will help combat the problems of sleep deprivation, a lack of time, and a lack of focus. According to an article titled How Study Halls Will Benefit You by Floyd Dryden on March 7th of 2012, having study halls during the school day would help improve grades and understanding of subjects. Having a study hall gives time for students to ask questions on assignments that are misunderstood or study for future tests. In addition, certain students who don't take school seriously will have time to do their homework and an opportunity to finish that. By providing a study hall, there shouldn't be any excuses for students to avoid doing their assignments. To summarize what Dryden has expressed in his article, with the inclusion of a study hall period, many students will be given a safe haven period to finish up on last-minute homework for future and study for future tests. In this way, their grades will reveal significant improvements. Although this time may be limited, it is an adequate amount in order for students to get an hour or two of homework. In a research conducted by Education Resources Information Center on May 2008, results show that with the guidance of a teacher and the presence of a study hall, students are more inclined to get their homework finished and therefore increase the students' understanding. When we have this extra time in school to finish homework, that means that we do not have to stress over at home, giving us more time to get some shut-eye. It may appear to be just as insignificant of an hour, insignificant hour or two, but as we can see, the impacts really make a difference in the student's life. So clearly, as an overview, we can see that there are many problems that we face. First of all, there is a lack of sleep, a lack of time, and a lack of focus. And to combat these problems, we need to implement a study hall system. With the implementation of the study hall period, students can reap many benefits, including more sleep, more time, better grades, and better focus. Because from getting more sleep, students are able to focus more on what they need to be doing. Many schools have already implemented this system of study halls and have reaped the benefits of it. And we should too. Thank you. And these are the references.
Stop.
Here.
Stop.
Let me show the audience one more time. 1, 2, 3.